Hello everybody, it's Mrs. Pound and I'm back with another video for Chapter 2.4 on Protists from Purposeful Designs Life Science. The section we're going to talk about today is Section 242 on Plant-like Protists. So our objectives are to categorize dinoflagellates, euglena, and diatoms by their characteristics and recognize the role of plankton in the marine food web. So plant-like protists, remember, are a protist that uses photosynthesis, so they can make their own food. And you can see in the background here, these protists are green, so we know that they contain chlorophyll. Plankton are microscopic organisms that live near the surface of water. So these plant-like protists we're going to talk about are plankton, and you can see some of them here in a cloud. This is called red tide, which we're going to talk about, which is not necessarily a good thing on the surface of the ocean, and this is all plankton. Plant-like protists affect other life on Earth because they are a major link in the food chain and produce a large amount of the biosphere's oxygen. Their loss would cause a chain reaction that would severely impact marine food chains. So they would affect living things in that they might not be able to get enough food, and it would reduce our oxygen if we were to lose these. Now, many of these protists have what are called flagellum. This is a thin whip-like structure that helps an organism move through liquids. The plural for flagellum is flagella. One type of plant-like protists are dinoflagellates. And you can see some in the background here. These are unicellular creatures with rigid cell walls that give them their shape. They also have two flagella. You can't necessarily see them here, but flagella would be coming out of here for this and this, or at least out of here. And these, you cannot see the flagella, but I don't know if they're alive either, so they may not be showing because they're not alive. They are capable of photosynthesis. And in large numbers, they create toxins. This is called red tide. And when you see this in the ocean, this is not a good thing because they produce toxins and they will kill a lot of fish and other marine animals. And they glow in the dark. When there's this red tide, you might also see the ocean glowing. So that's kind of a cool thing. Euglena have a pouch that holds two flagella. And you can kind of see here, there are some flagella coming out of these euglena, but they would be here at the end and coming out. It's kind of hard to see them though. They also have two chloroplasts for photosynthesis and a photoreceptor in an eye spot. You can see that eye spot right here, and here on these are kind of yellowish tan areas on these euglena. And that allows them to detect light so that they can actually move towards light, so that they can perform photosynthesis. Now, if they're in an area where they cannot perform photosynthesis, they actually can also consume other organisms. So they can make their own food or they can consume it. Now, there are also diatoms. These are found in saltwater, freshwater, and soil, and this is what a diatom looks like. They're very cool looking, these shells that they have. They're like little glass beads. They produce 20% of the Earth's oxygen, so very important. They are encased in a two-part shell made of silica, and they are used as polishing agents in toothpaste and car polish. So you probably brushed your teeth with diatoms today. So our objectives today were to categorize dinoflagellates, euglena, and diatoms by their characteristics and recognize the role of plankton in the marine food web. So don't forget your 5 questions in your notes and continue watching to answer the questions at the end.